Welcome to PhD Study Tips. Today we will understand how to choose PhD Supervisor. Now this is a giant task for any scholar who would like to choose PhD Supervisor to the best of their efforts even before joining into PhD. The first very important thing when you would like to choose some supervisor for your PhD studies is to inquire about his or her past students. Now that's the best thing that you can do. So when you ask the past students of that particular supervisor, you will understand how things went with them, and that's how the best option to choose rightly. It's not something whether the supervisor good or bad, whether what others tell about him or her. It is how he dealt with scholars as a supervisor in the past is very crucial when you would like to choose PhD supervisor. And so here you should ask students beforehand and get ready to choose the best one. Nowadays university also gives or allows supervisors, but that's not the right process. The right process is this: you can easily request your university to opt for the supervisor even before attending your interview or before writing entrance exam. You should be able to contact that particular supervisor and request the supervisor to be your supervisor. That way things will fall into line. So this is the first rule that you have to understand about the past occurrences with PhD students. And secondly, look into the history of that supervisor. How long did he take to complete his own PhD? If that would be 10 years, 6 years, 4 years, or 2.5 years sometime, exceptionally. The quicker the better supervisor, because the supervisor who did PhD for a long time doesn't usually encourage his own or her own scholars to complete PhD in time, because here comes the jealousy part, which means I have taken these many years, why my scholar should take these many years. So this is again a big thing that you need to find out the number of years that your PhD supervisor had taken to complete PhD. Depending upon that, psychology plays a great role with jealousy, or people they don't want to bring progress, a quick progress to any of the people around them. That's always the psychology. So you have to think about these things. Secondly, how long did he take to complete his own PhD, and that's very crucial thing. I know these things are little bit difficult to find out initially, but little bit inquiry or little bit effort is required, because once you choose wrong supervisor, you have to suffer for 7 years, 6 years, 8 years, 10 years sometimes. Okay, you have to remain like that. So if you put little effort beforehand, okay, just 1 week effort or 2 weeks effort, you will save many years in the future without being wrong. Okay, so that's how things are. The first one is you have to see the past of supervisor with a scholar. Secondly, how long did he take to complete his own PhD. Okay, the third thing, you must understand, like, ask in general, what is the attitude of that supervisor? Attitude of supervisor. Anybody can tell from the staff within the department. If you know somebody, or even if you ask students, who attend their classes, your supervisor's classes, they can easily tell the attitude. Now this one is another big hurdle for you, because if the attitude, what is the meaning of attitude? Attitude means like behaving revengefully or with pride, with so much headstrong attitude, like underestimating human beings. Okay, all these are called attitude problems. So those who have attitude, you have to be like, initially you may get impression, but with one small mistake at a later stage in second year or third year PhD, there may be occurrences where your supervisor starts taking revenge upon you. So you have to understand the attitude of the supervisor. So fourth one is psychological issues, and these are hidden issues, very difficult to find out, but if you ask the near and dear ones who experienced with them, their friends, their colleagues, they can easily tell what are. For example, you see obsessive compulsive disorder. What is this called? OCD. Now many supervisors have this problem, OCD, obsessive compulsive disorder, which means everything should be perfect, and this is one psychological disorder where we call in psychology obsessive behavior. This one happens when, like, you submit some document, they won't accept it, they need some more perfection or high quality, that is never unending satisfaction. So that people are too dangerous, I can say that, because this will really, they are very good people naturally, but because of these OCD levels, things would be very wrong with them. Okay, and fifth thing that you need to check with supervisor is, ask beforehand how long does he take to come to award your PhD. Okay, to your PhD, like when you put best efforts. Why you have to ask beforehand, like how long does he usually take? Because then you are making an agreement beforehand. Okay, these many days, that is the average time he takes, 4 years, 5 years, 6 years, 3 years. Okay, but here also we can't trust, but supervisors initially that may tell 3 years, but they go up to 6 years, 7 years, sometimes they give fake commitments. These people are called liars or fake commitments people. So if you are careful with these 5 important points about your PhD supervisor, you can choose the best one if they fulfill all these 5 conditions successfully. So this is PhD Study Tips YouTube channel. Share this video if you like it to others, aspiring scholars, so that they may not choose wrong supervisors and enter into a hellish life of 7 years, 6 years, 5 years, sometimes 10 years. Okay, sometimes they quit PhD. Most of the time 50% of PhD candidates, they quit in the middle. All these are biggest problems for PhD. And thank you so much for watching this video. Good luck to you.